What's up, YouTube? This is the Billy Bob HD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Great War mod. We are playing as Russian Empire. Last episode we were moving in on Italy here, and you can see things, we were able to break out towards the south part of the front line here, as I've told all divisions here to make a run down towards Rome. We've got a couple of things to pick out here. We're also down to the final sort of provinces here held by the German Empire. And so I'm trying to make sure that we're putting all the pressure on that we possibly can. And so I'm telling everybody here to attack this 14 stack as they attack this 38 stack of mine. We're defending pretty nicely against that right now. Meanwhile, these guys are all resting up along the lines here. We've got 4.2 million men in manpower overall. If we take a look at my next research stuff here, we're going to need to plug into the elastic defense like this, for sure. We're pretty good on industry stuff, because it is May 1923, and so there is quite a while until we get to some of these other techs that you see. Including artillery 3, that's going to be a long time. Armor-wise, we could try to go up to the T-18, almost 1,000 days there. 664 here for the improved infantry equipment with a 20% modifier. Let's get that going. Double check my ships, and we've got a fully updated ship line, at least until 1936, and it does say we're researching the sub, which has another 9 days left on it. So that'll be good. Naval doctrine-wise, we could probably plug into one of these. So, submarine rating, etc., submarine surface detection, battleship organization is very helpful. Capital ship attack plus 20%. Let's go this way with it. Okay, and we're going to have to swing back around in 9 days there to update sort of our sub that's getting ready to come out. I did a quick little test. I've gotten lots of questions about why don't we leave the Entente and join in, or and then we could declare war on other European countries, right? Well, the problem with that is I discovered it's actually not that simple. If I leave the Entente, France, Britain automatically join Italy and Germany's side here, since I've created a bunch of world tension. You can see it's up to 60 now. These guys here need to be moving in like this. Bomber focus is finished. So we were continuing and working down the aviation tree here, so let's continue that. And actually I'm going to tell them to stop, because that was not a successful attack at all. Alright, nice. The carb class is done for subs there. So let's go ahead and make sure we're updating. So submarine 2 to a level 3 there. Okay. And I thought I had another one, which I don't. I don't have another one quite yet. We do have 8 military factories that we've sort of stockpiled here at this point, because we're making really good overall sort of supplies to my level of army here. And so we do need to figure out, we're done with the engineering stuff. Let's go ahead and start researching the air doctrine stuff here as well. We're still training up new divisions left and right. You can see I've got a brand new sort of group of them coming out here. So I'm actually going to say, okay, finish there and finish here for the time being. We want to make sure that we're not producing too many troops, which actually could be a bad thing, although I am Russia. I mean, shit, you know. We are experiencing, let's see, let's look at our stockpiles. Field gun level 2, we've got quite a few of those sitting around. Heavy artillery, infantry equipment here. You can see weapons level 3. I've got 3,900 of those sitting around. Motorized, we're looking good. And horse-drawn vehicles versus early motorized at 6.2k there. Heavy tanks. I must have picked those up from another portion of the war there. The T-16s. Maybe we could plug into some additional light tank production. Yeah, you can see quite a large need there at 2,900 for light tanks. So, let's start a new light tank line here. We'll go early light tank 2 like this, and fill that up like that. Very good. Free civilian factories. Now, at this point, we're just finishing up some additional dockyards. We could start out another sort of submarine production line with that if we wanted to. Alright, you can see here now a fleet of 65 is returned back home, and this is the group that's trying to get through into the Mediterranean, and has sunk a ton of Italian shipping down here. I was originally trying to do a little bit of a landing here, an invasion onto their interior, but I don't have naval superiority, so 20 enemy ships in the area currently. So we need to make sure we get in there and actually do something about it. We've taken over Austria, or what remained of Austria after the First World War, and us sort of winning that. Alright, so a lot of divisions now going to be directed up this way, like this. 12 more divisions here can try to break through. 18 divisions here. It's coming from this other side, like this. So that's going to show us a green 80 and a green 77 there right next to us. Not really sure how Germany is actually producing supplies at this point. And they do have a very small amount of factories, I'm assuming, here in Luxembourg and Bitburg. But it's really right on the line for them. They've already capitulated, guys. Okay, purple, blue, and green group continue to try to crack through down here against the Italians. And man, oh man, they have stacked up heavily against me over here. So a nice invasion would be great coming from this side. We do need to wait for the new fleet to sort of repair itself out. And here he goes again with 65 ships. He's got 11 carriers. He has a battleship, a heavy cruiser, 4 lights, 5 destroyers, and 43 subs. So quite a lot of subs. And those are going to be those older subs too. Those level 2s. If we go back down here to light tank production now, and you can see that that line is at least working for us now with a total of 1.6 per day. I've got a second one here making 7 per day. Yeah. So I do like that we stood up a secondary tank line there. That's good. We're finally starting to see some green over here now, and I'm hoping we can pop through. Right here in the center, they look to be pretty weak, don't they? Okay, showing us a green 67 here now. Bologna down here showing us a red 41. But we do continue to crush up here against this little 3 stack. That's looking pretty good. Let's see if we can give some extra support to this attack, for example. There he goes in there now with a red 48. Defending here pretty nicely. Okay, so we've got a ways to go on the remaining sort of researches here. Ace Pilot has been promoted. And again, we're just trying to make it to that next sort of tech time here. It is 1923, so quite a bit of a gap in terms of technology. Alright, we did enter the Mediterranean and immediately got back into a fight, where it looks like we sunk 4 of their destroyers and 6 of their light cruisers. That's a pretty good result. A really good result there, and we've come up now against a battleship. Here comes my battleship, and there's a couple of them there. They decided to retreat. So they're trying to take, swings at me here as I move in towards the Mediterranean. Pink group here, he's got way too many divisions assigned, so I think we were working on assigning a lot of these. There we go. So I've got 48 extra divisions over here now. Look at that. That's a ton. So 1 can be assigned here. Might have to do this a little bit manually, but that's alright. Oh, actually, negative. We need to make sure... yeah, we need to make sure that he's only got 10 divisions there assigned to him, because he can only handle 10 divisions in a land invasion sort of situation. So if we tell Pink Group here, you're going to go ahead and start with a naval invasion order going from here to here, for example. 10 divisions, okay. We're going to load that up and try and see what happens. Now, what happened to my fleet? They actually made it in here. So we do finally have supremacy there in the Adriatic. We did sink one of their Oh, my carrier sunk one of their pre-dreadnoughts there. So quite an old navy we're up against here for the Italians. And you can see also I've got air superiority with 500 planes assigned there. We've got another grouping of 500 here assigned to the Alpine region. Northwest Germany and Eastern Germany still looking pretty good for us. So things looking good from an air standpoint for sure. Alright, and so we continue to sit in these pockets here, getting counterattacked, but showing as a green 60 there as well. So things coming to a little bit of a screeching halt there in the north of Italy. And, okay, nice. The airplane research there has finished. So aircraft production, pilot formation, air bombing. 15% for infrastructure destruction, dive bombing, and operational destruction. Let's go for that with the air bombing. Free dockyards now. I think we said we would be fine with standing up some additional subs. Where are you going to be? Submarine 3, there you are. So we'll work on filling up that line there eventually. We do also need to make sure he's going to be collecting at St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg, there we are. Okay, a little bit of autosave, there we go. Okay. Pink Group is about 30% of the way there in terms of their overall plan. So we're going to send them over as soon as we can. I did see now that there was a little bit of a enemy force here sitting at the dock, which is smart on their part, obviously. If I can get 10 over here initially, what I'll do then is bring in another group. So this will be the secondary group for now. So we'll move them in like this. Split you guys in half, 24 divisions or so. Bring you over here like this as well, just to queue you up. I think everyone else is looking pretty okay from a suppression standpoint, right? Unassigned divisions, yes, I know. And available planes in reserves, quite a few, especially with that early fighter 3 that we're seeing. We're currently working on the level 4 there. We do have the ability to actually build transport planes here as well. So can we actually grab some paratroopers? Okay, this doesn't come until 1936, unfortunately. So no paratroopers for us right now. Alright, Pink Group, you're coming up on being able to do this. 4 tank divisions, 6 infantries there as well. Here comes the other group of infantry divisions. I've got all of these divisions stacked up here along the defensive line for our coast. You can see German Republic now is at 98% towards capitulation. I thought they had already capitulated was the thing. So that's interesting. Alright, these guys come on in like this. Showing in a green 65. We're going to have a massive charge down here in the south as well. So showing in a green 90 there. That's going to turn red for us there in the center. Dang it. They are very, very low supplied, so they will have to crack here at some point. Here comes some enemy ships now into the Adriatic. What is our overall count? 19 enemies versus 64 friendlies. I mean, we have such a large spread compared to them at that point that I'm not too worried about that. Trying to move down here now towards Bologna again. Bologna. Holy Bologna. Okay, this keeps dropping as well. Bring in 5 divisions here from this side just to try to crack through that. 9 divisions here can... No. Trying to make an attack there, but taking heavy, heavy casualties. Their manpower must be running low as well here eventually. They're going to fight it out to the very last man. Ten divisions. Come on, guys. Come on. sort of taking a bunch of attrition over here, I would say. Yeah, we've got some damaged infrastructure for sure. Okay, the good news is that is at least queued up in the construction queues there to fix sort of that infrastructure problem behind us as we continue to move forward. Come on, pink group. Almost ready. Almost ready now. We still have good supremacy at 86% down here. So as soon as that's ready, let's get in there and go. Where's he at now? 69 out of 70 days. So one more day, folks. And they're going to embark for us. There they go. Oh, nice. We're going to show us a green 99 there as we roll up. And we're going to actually engage in a naval fight as soon as we're trying to make the crossing here. Let's see what we're looking at. We vastly overwhelm them, for sure. I've got 38 convoys in the mix now that are at risk. And they actually do not have an admiral here helping them out, too, which is a little weird to see. I have 11 fighters and such. All these fighters trying to work for us. There goes a couple of their destroyers, right? We lost 3 enemy planes in that, so not a big deal at all. And it does look like our... Okay, good. I was going to say that Navy better not leave us. Showing it a green 99 here. They're going to try a second attack then, coming in. Which, does that count as a victory for us? I guess so. They lost a seaplane carrier. Air bombing effort is finished. Could go for aviation level 2. Pilot formation. We'll get that one. So we can plug that into our sort of air doctrines as we go forward. We're going to be researching a ton of doctrines, guys, here in the, interwar years, 1923. I'm trying to keep up the war here as we go. Here we go again. I've got 2 battleships now, it looks like. Oh, that might be my heavy cruiser, actually. And nice. Okay, so pink group has made it over. So we're going to rush... We're going to rush taking room like this and tell them to go ahead. Meanwhile, we got to ship some additional guys over, right? So 2 tank divisions are going to make their way over here for pink group. Oh, that actually ended up showing for green group. That's dumb. There we go. Pink group. They're going to make their way over. Let's get some additional infantry units in. Damn it. Not everybody. There we go. Here we are. So a little bit of a manual process here. Nice, nice, nice. 17. Just want to get as many boots on the ground over here in this landing as possible. He's got 19 now. 21. 22, 23, and finally 24. Okay. So they're going to make their way to the docks here. Yep. And they're going to come over really, really quickly there. The other units there are already on the move, and you can see they've got maybe 5-ish divisions or so. Nice. Everyone else has made it across here to the ports. How many convoys do I have now? 785, so we've got plenty of those. We're spreading out there towards Ancona now here as well. So the guys who are losing their lives here in the north, that is not for nothing, which is good to see. Man, the attack on Bitburg itself still stalled over here. Jeez. 47, for example. This is a large group. Keep the pressure on them like this. Alright, pink group. Okay, so they've had to definitely adjust and take additional divisions down here towards the south. You can see my 24 divisions. Okay, we've cut a ton of them off here. Let's get this guy to manually move in this way. Meanwhile, this guy's going to come in and sort of try to mop up down here towards Naples. Take that victory point away from the Italians there with 20. So if we take a quick look now, the Italians starting to lose more victory points here at a very fast speed. These guys here sort of held up in the mountains now, digging in. What we could do is create a second army to come in. So 14 there, which would mean we need another 7 or so down this way. So we'll bring down some additional guys like this. In fact, let's bring the whole group of them there. And actually gonna have them sort of come down this way, actually. Post up in the city of Sarajevo. Where are we seeing resistance now? Right there. Okay. So let's take one infantry division then and move him in like this. He's going to go directly into that province, quell that uprising that we're seeing. 2 fronts that we're seeing right now here as well. So let's continue pushing then down here towards the south. Since I have 18 divisions assigned down here, we're going to go ahead and make moves. And you can see my buddy's trying to help him out now with some tank divisions and such. It is a mountainous region, so those tank divisions not able to do a lot. But on open field down here in open territory, we're doing just fine. Rome is now under attack, but it is not doing so hot, that attack. Showing it a red 27, 26 there or so. Okay. Keep going, guys. Keep going. The Germans keep spreading out their additional forces here along the lines. We should probably engage in a strong bombing campaign here. Early fighters, seaplane. Bomber level 1. World War I bomber there. Here's the bomber level 2. Okay. So let's send in... Whoops. Not that many. We'll send in 300 bombers here, tactical bombers. And we're going to use them to try and pound out these German forces by air. They're stacking up here in the south quite a bit, aren't they? Alright, these 12 divisions have now made it here to the coast, so let's send you in to the ports. And I do want to make sure that we're fishing you guys over here in the sea. So, come on over like this. They're going to make their way over. Oh, wait a second. We wanted them to go by boat, didn't we? Alright, so they're coming back down this way. So if I create a new army group, for example, here, let's give you a new general. And you do need a new color as well. We're going to be sort of this orange color. Front line is going to be up here towards Rome. There they go. So they're automatically going to stack up over there. We do need to give some additional force over here to this orange group. Be nice to get him up to a 24 size. For sure. Here he comes now with some additional ones. Boom, boom. Fishing them over one by one. Their navy keeps trying to attack me. But the good news is we've got plenty of ships protecting those convoys. Alright, the new bombers are in position now. Let's go to Western Germany here, and you're going to go close air support like this. See if that'll help crack through the German line there a little bit. May want to do the same thing here in Italy, actually. Because all I have right now are fighters. So yeah, let's go ahead and make a new air wing for you. And early fighters, blah, blah, blah. Zeppelins. Huh. Oh yeah, that's right. That was all of my close air supports, or at least sort of the current ones. So I could put some older ones, I guess, in here. Who dares wins. Let's put 200 in like this. We do need to come in here with the aircraft production next for the national focus. And things looking pretty decent. Oh, nice. We're continuing to push forward here with Pink Group. Orange Group currently helping me sort of defend there. Meanwhile, we're on the attack here in the south as well. And we need to find these 2 divisions, tell them to make an attack like that. You guys are assigned to the Alpine region. And you guys are going to go close air support there. Very nice. Cool. Alright guys, anyway, thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or comment if you've enjoyed my content, and we'll catch you next time.